Hey everybody, Sean Woodland and Tommy Marquez inside the NOBULL retail space on the campus of the Alliant Energy Center here in Madison, Wisconsin. And what a Saturday night we just had. We're gonna break down our top 5 moments from the day. But we're gonna go back to yesterday for number 5, because we just found out about this. In the women's lower extremity division, Amy Bream one-ups Haley Adams, who left a shoe on the field.
Yeah, she says, hold my beer, Haley. I got something for you. Amy's jumping over the log during the final sprint to the finish for her interval for that workout, and her prosthetic leg actually falls off and gets left behind. Amy doesn't even blink. She just keeps charging forward, hops to the finish line on one leg, and I mean, it was an amazing moment.
Number 4, and this is not the only time we're going to be talking about this event, but the women's sandbag ladder. It was pretty clear early on that Dani Speegle was going to pick up her first career event win there.
There was an audible difference in the crowd noise every time she touched the bag because of how swiftly and efficiently she moved it up to her shoulder. And really, by her winning this event and getting the furthest into those final few colored bags, it really set the tone for this event. Like, hey, there's some really, really exciting moments coming down the line.
Number 3, Roman Khrennikov, his first in-person appearance at the CrossFit Games, and it's looking like it's going to end on the podium. And a big reason is because what he did in rinse and repeat.
To start things off on Saturday, a swimming event, a lot of unknowns around it because we're back in the pool with a full field for the first time since 2013. And you know how Roman responds? He goes full send, just like Tim Paulson did last night, but this time on the ski erg, absolutely empties the tank. I mean, the way he was on that ski erg was violent, and the end result was he outpaces everyone on that machine while showcasing some really good swimming, and he walks away with an event win to pick up some momentum in Saturday.
And I love the reaction when he kind of went, me? Yeah, you won, Roman.
Yeah.
Great job. Number 2, Letchen and Reeson. These are 2 adaptive athletes who did rinse and repeat as it was written. All the divisions did that event so we could cross compare, and you know what? They both would have finished inside the top 30 as individuals.
Yeah, unfortunately we only have footage for Letchen because of the limitations that we had in covering some of these divisions, but both of them took part in the exact same rinse and repeat, got through the entirety of all the intervals, and hit those max calories like they meant it. Letchen would have finished 28th as an individual against the top women. Luke would have finished 15th. I mean, he would have beat a majority of the field in that event, just showcasing the fitness that these adaptive athletes have.
Number 1 for me, I got to give it to the entire Sandbag Ladder event. But one moment in particular that I think kind of kicked off the extreme madness was when we had Roman Khrennikov, Ricky Garrard, and Justin Medeiros on the floor at the same time.
Men's Sandbag Ladder, a ton of men had made it towards the final few bags. A few had already gotten off, and really it was those 3 left on the floor in front of 3 sandbags, standing shoulder to shoulder, mano a mano, your top 3 leaders. There's very few times in this sport that you only have the athletes vying for the podium on the same level playing field with one object in front of them in a simple task. And seeing all 3 attack at the same time, knowing that there's a tie break and they could lose precious points. I mean, the crowd got on its feet, everyone was going bonkers, and really that set fire to the rest of that sandbag event where we saw some amazing lifts from some of the men.
It was an absolute blast in there. What a great event and a great way to end Saturday night. Let's talk surprises right now. Biggest surprise for me, and I mentioned this on the broadcast, when's the last time that we had all 3 podium spots on the men's side up for grabs? We know who, we just don't know where. Medeiros, Garrard, and Khrennikov all have a chance to win this thing with 3 events remaining.
It's been over a decade, right? Even in 2015, it was really just Matt and Ben. Going back, it was really just Rich and Graham in 2010. So it's been a long time before most people were even doing CrossFit since we had a race like this on the men's side for the entire podium. My surprise, it's got to be that last bag.
That was awesome.
We were on the floor and everybody's wondering like, hey, a few guys might clear this. Like, what's going on? And everyone was kind of like, we're just going to do a tiebreaker. We're all like, I don't know about that. And then suddenly they're like, wait. And just like a WWE promo, a plot twist, a heel turn, Boss comes up and says, bring it out. And
oh God, that's the extra bags music.
It's a behemoth, the man amongst men. And this massive sandbag comes out. And even though no athletes were able to lift it, I felt like having that extra bag, allowing them to kind of dictate their fate, at least trying to go to failure on the sandbags when it came to the max lift, was the proper way to end that event.
just an absolute blast today on Saturday. One day remains. That's going to do it for us, everybody, but be sure to head over to where you get your podcast. Tommy and I are going to have a deeper breakdown of some of the matchups on the men's and women's side that will determine who winds up on the podium. For Tommy Marquez, I'm Sean Woodland. Take care of each other, be better, and we will see you next time.